Wad back live streaming in Twitch. I hope everybody's having a good day. We are going to continue our ongoing series of the Civil War with Grand Tactician. This is going to be our 18th episode of the Good Old Boys, where we are following the progress of the Hazzard County, Georgia Volunteers as they try to survive the American Civil War. Currently, the Good Old Boys are on furlough back home in Georgia. So they will be coming off furlough in just a few days, several days. So they will be getting back into the action. In the meantime, we have got the repercussions of the battle that we finished in last episode, where the Union had previously won a battle on the north shores of the Rappahannock River, and they were streaming across the river trying to break into central Virginia, and it looked like they had us on the run. And General Stonewall Jackson with the Army of the Shenandoah force marched his army out of the Shenandoah Valley across northern Virginia and managed to hit the federal forces in their flank and defeat them in a glorious, well-fought victory in which the three corps of the federal troops that were still around the Rappahannock River were defeated, and they are now going to have to retreat probably back toward Maryland and back toward Washington, D.C. So we've got here on the strategic maps, we have the repercussions of that battle still going on here. But now there was one corps of the Federal Army that had gotten further away, so they were spared this battle. And this is this small, looks like about a division-sized corps here that has made it down to Charlottesville. We're going to have to deal with them, so that's probably going to be something we're going to have to deal with in this episode of the Good Old Boys. But before we go any further, now we've been so busy with these battles that we've been fighting in Northern Virginia. The last two episodes have pretty much been a continuation of the same battle. We have got heroes that we need to recognize and that who need to get their promotions and need to get recognized for what they have done these last two episodes in these battles and some of the heroics that have gone on. If you have watched the last two episodes, I think you're going to know who I'm talking about. We have some artillery battery commanders who acted heroically. We have some conscript brigades that managed to acquit themselves very heroically in the Battle of Northern Virginia. So I want to make sure that we recognize them. We have some commanders who did some excellent job, especially some of our cavalry commanders under command of General Stewart and his cavalry. We want to look at each one of these guys and give them the recognition. And if they are due some promotions, we want to give them their promotions. And we may even elevate them to higher command. So let's take a few minutes here and let's go down through our chain of command and go through each of these brigades, and let's recognize our heroes. And first and foremost, I want to start off with General Jackson's army, who just won the most recent battle. Now, we know that we want to look at some of his artillery. We know that Captain Wickham did an excellent job in this last battle. He has gained 2 stars of renown. I want to definitely give him a promotion here. We're going to promote him up to Lieutenant Colonel. And let's see. I think Carter is already a major. He did very well also. We're going to give him a promotion. And also Smith, Captain Smith, look at his abilities here. I know he did very well. Very happy with what he did in that battle. We're going to promote him up to Lieutenant Colonel as well. And we may eventually give these guys greater command. If the need arises, we may end up giving them an infantry brigade. And I'm also very happy with the division commander of the artillery, Colonel Lane. I'm going to promote him up to Brigadier General as he continues to command the artillery division. Now, where are my conscript units at? Let's see, these are our Baldwin. I'm very happy with Baldwin. I'm going to promote him up to Brigadier General with his cavalry units. Now, where are my conscript units that I was wanting to deal with? We'll get to them in just a minute, but I do want to look at General Jeb Stewart's corps here, his cavalry corps. Very happy with all of these commanders. We've got Munford here, did a very good job. I am going to probably, and we've got Field. Let's give Field a promotion. And also very happy with McIntosh. Absolutely happy with McIntosh. Probably going to go ahead and give McIntosh, make this a division, give McIntosh the division. So let's replace him as a brigade commander here. Let's give him a replacement. Let's see if we can find a colonel. I don't have one available. We've got a major here that is available. We'll select Ledbetter. We'll give him a promotion up to lieutenant colonel, and we will assign him that brigade. And I'm going to add a new division under General Stewart, and that will be McIntosh. And we will put these guys under his command. We do have some conscript cavalry that will be arriving in a couple of days. I will keep them directly under General Stewart's command and keep probably kept to the side until they have proven themselves in battle, or we will use them as reinforcements, because these cavalry divisions do need some reinforcements when they come in. Now, where are my conscript units that I was so happy with? I know we've got General Dockery here. Colonel Dockery. Yeah, his unit distinguished themselves very well. We're going to upgrade these guys from being conscripts, and we're going to consider that first of all, we're going to give Colonel Dockery a promotion. He's a brigadier general now. We're going to upgrade the weapons for these men. We're going to upgrade them to, I don't have enough reboard muskets. I will give them Springfield muskets. We'll upgrade their weapons to the Springfield muskets. And we will upgrade their uniforms where they will no longer have to wear the red trousers of conscripts. We will upgrade them to the to the gray or to the brownish trousers for the regular troops for the Confederacy. So we'll update that, and we will put them in directly into General Early's division. So they will no longer be considered conscripts. They have distinguished themselves on the battlefield, so they deserve to be recognized as regular soldiers now. They will join the other soldiers in General Early's division. There was a couple of other conscript divisions that distinguished themselves real well in these last couple of battles. This was, Colton and Donaldson's brigades. Donaldson took a pretty big hit here, so we're going to have to keep that in mind. We're going to need to get him some reinforcements. Let's go ahead. Let's give Colston a promotion. We'll make him a brigadier general. He's already got the Springfield muskets. Let's go ahead and upgrade his uniforms and get rid of the conscript red. and we will give him the regular trousers of our regular soldiers, and go ahead and upgrade these guys. And we will put them in, whose division do we want? Let's put them in Waitman's division. Donaldson is he's taking a lot of casualties. And I remember his men did very well. They've actually been fighting for quite a while now. I think they've actually been in the ranks. If my memory serves me correctly, Donaldson's conscript brigade has actually been in the ranks for quite some time. They were actually our very first conscript brigade that we recruited. So we are going to upgrade them to the regular uniform. Whoops, hold on. I meant to go in here. We're going to upgrade them to the regular uniform trousers. No longer considered conscripts. And we will add him to, let's put him in a division here. He is part of the Army of, they're part of the Army of Northern Virginia. Which division needs the most true? Yeah, let's put them under Whiteman's division as well. But I am also going to let them go on furlough, because they actually have been fighting a long time. They have not been on furlough yet. And he needs to get his numbers reinforced. He needs to get some reinforcements. So I'm going to let these guys go on furlough. Yeah, we're going to send this unit on furlough. He'll let him go get re-equipped, get his unit rebuilt there. Is there anybody that I missed? I'm trying to look at some of these other artillery. Yeah, I remember Nichols Artillery. They are actually up to 4 levels of veteran status here. So we're going to give Captain Nichols a promotion up to Lieutenant Colonel. He deserves it, considering how well these guys. And let's give them better weapons too. I didn't realize they were still operating with a 6-pound field gun. That's not good. Let's look at Lovell. These guys are doing really well. Let's promote him up to Major. And let's upgrade their weapons also. Realize that we were still operating with 6-pounders. I thought I had already taken care of all this. These guys are up to 5-star. Very good. Let's definitely promote their commander. Gracie doing very well. Let's give him a promotion, and let's promote their division commander up to Brigadier General. All right. Now, real quickly, let me make sure that I haven't missed anybody here. We've got LZ. We've got some units that are just far more renowned than their commander. That's going to cause us some problems, but I just don't have enough renowned commanders to give command of some of these brigades. We really do have some incredible that we're dealing with here. Okay, so I think we're good there. Let's go ahead and let that take. I'm going to get the clock moving here, as hopefully these federal corps will start trying to retreat out of Northern Virginia and not retreat deeper into Virginia, which always annoys me when that happens. So while those guys are retreating out of Virginia, let's go take a quick look over here at Tennessee, the situation in Tennessee and southern Missouri. Kind of playing a waiting game here. Both armies are trying to recover and recuperate, so I'm going to let the Army of Tennessee continue, or the Central Army, I should say, from their series of battles. But we do have potential drama beginning to take place up here. Where is their army commander at? He is This is a corps here. Okay, this is the Army of Western Liberation under the command of General Wade Hampton. And we are beginning to move into southern Missouri. He has got a lot of Missouri boys in his army, and they are clamoring. They are clamoring to get back into Missouri. So we've had no choice but to start moving our forces into Missouri. But we do not want to get ahead of our supply. So we are building a supply depot here. We're going to kind of got to really take our time because there are supply. So we have to be very, very careful going into Missouri. And General Longstreet has just taken control of the Central Army here. And he is what he wants. He wants to continue to fight a defensive battle. But he has got a lot of people in Tennessee, especially a lot of people who have fled from Kentucky, Southern sympathizers from Kentucky, who are clamoring for him to reinvade Kentucky. They have been rioting in the streets. They have been protesting, demanding that their state of Kentucky be liberated from the Federals. So we'll just kind of see what Longstreet wants to do there. In the meantime, let's check on the federal retreat. We've actually got something going on right here. It looks like we're being shelled by the looks like we're being shelled Union gunboats there. We've got a fort here that's shelled. I may have to send some units down there. We'll just have to see. Okay, I'm not sure what there they are over here. They have moved over into the Shenandoah Valley. The other federal units looks like they have retreated on up and out of Virginia. I'm going to move General Stonewall Jackson and the Army of the Shenandoah back over to the Shenandoah Valley and let him deal with this little corps down here. I may bring the Army of the Northwest under Garnett over to deal with them. That might not be a bad idea. Actually, it looks like they are coming up the Shenandoah Valley, so let's just let the Army of the Shenandoah deal with them. There's General Lee and his... Let's send the Army of the Rappahannock back up here toward the Rappahannock River. Get them in place. Look at all of these battle markers that we've had here. There's been a lot of battles in this area. It looks like once again General Jackson will be the one leading the battle here. The the Corps of Northern Virginia is still just not recovered here from the battle that they lost in Culpeper 2 episodes ago. I'm trying to get them a supply depot built. We've got to get their readiness back up. They're not happy. The men in the Army are just not happy with their commanders because I don't have enough commanders with good renown to lead those units. Okay, who do we have coming up here? Let me pause this for just a second. Who is this right here? That's the 3rd Corps with 22,000 men. We're going to send General Stewart's cavalry also. I've got to let the Corps of Northern Virginia get their readiness back up. The only corps I have right now that's battle worthy is the Army of the Shenandoah. The Army of the Rappahannock is not very battle worthy. We've got We've got the light division here. I may send the light division toward the west, see if they can kind of do some meaningful help over in the Shenandoah Valley. Let's send them over. And the Army of the Rappahannock is probably going to have to do double duty between Fredericksburg and Richmond. And let's get General Lee's headquarters up here to the Rappahannock River as well. Get him a little closer to the action. We've got General Jackson's forces. I may need to go ahead and transfer a division over to him. Let's go in here and let's get... Let's see. Jackson has got... He's got 3 infantry divisions. The Hazzard County Volunteers will be back in 9 days, so they may be back in time for this little upcoming battle that we're getting prepared for. But that, you know what, that kind of reminds me, though. They actually should be part of the... Going to go ahead and let them come on back to the Grand Army of the Confederacy, which is what our army in Virginia is being called. Jackson has got 3 large infantry divisions. Bartow could use another. Who can we give him? I could give him a division from the Army of Northern Virginia, maybe Wheeler's division. Wheeler has got all of the regulars, really good experienced units here that we definitely want to keep in the battle. Let's look at their perks here. Let's go ahead and transfer Wheeler over to Stonewall Jackson. Let's transfer his division over temporarily. It's going to take him about 2 days to catch up with General Jackson's army. Let's get him on over there. Let's get him in this battle that's coming up. And let's get time ticking along here. I think General Jackson has enough units to deal with what's coming. Just don't want to take any chances. I'm not sure what's going on with this federal corps up here. And there's often other federal corps behind the lines within hours of marching distance that I can't always see on the strategic map. So I don't want to take any chances there. Don't want to take any chances. That's going to bring General Stonewall Jackson's forces up quite considerably. How many men do we have in this fort right here? We've got 3,000 men in that fort. I need to probably look at these commanders inside the fort and make sure I'm not wasting any good commanders. Deering actually looks pretty good. I may bring him on out of there. I don't think I want to waste him as a garrison in a fort here. Let's promote him up to Lieutenant Colonel, and let's replace him with someone here. Let's replace him with a captain. That will get him. That will make him available. Let's look and see if there's anybody else in that fort. Gordon looks pretty well. What about Pond Jr.? He doesn't look too great, but Gordon here looks pretty good. I'm going to promote him up to Major, and I'm going to replace him with a captain or a lieutenant. See if we have any lieutenants available. We'll replace him with, Stevenson looks good. I'm not going to replace him with Stevenson, but I am going to give Stevenson a promotion. Coleman looks good. Coleman deserves a promotion. We'll replace him with Andrews here. We'll give Andrews a promotion, and we'll assign him that unit. Okay, I really do need to go through all of my ranks and give out promotions. It's been a while. It's been a few episodes since I've done that. Need to take some time. I may do that off camera. I don't want to bore anybody with that, but that does need to be done. And, there's another thing that I meant to do with the ranks. Let me pause this real quick. Let's go back into General Jackson's army here. I was going to, in General Stewart's forces here, I was going to reward some of these cavalry units. Especially Mumford's unit from Virginia. Let's see, we're going to have to give these guys a pretty good name here. So I want to rename Mumford's cavalry. We will call them Riders of the Storm. That'll be the name of their unit from now on. So every time I see them in battle and I reference them, I'll have to do the little ditty, Riders of the Storm, every time I know they're fixing to do a little charge. So I'll have to remember that. Mumford's in charge of the Riders of the Storm. I need to come up with another good name for Field's cavalry. And we've also got Ledbetter, who has also come in to take over the Woods Regiment. So we've got Field's command and we've got Ledbetter's command that we need to give them a good name because they have distinguished themselves in those last two battles that we had. So I want to kind of reward them with a good regimental or brigade name. So if anybody's got any good ideas, you can bloop it in the chat, in the comments on YouTube. If you got some good name ideas for those two cavalry brigades. Let's get time ticking here as General Stonewall Jackson comes back into the Shenandoah Valley with the Army of the Shenandoah. I'm not going to move the Army of Northern Virginia. Their readiness is still suffering. I'm going to have to take some time and figure out what the men, if there's anything I can do about their level of unhappiness. General Jackson is still waiting on Wheeler's division to arrive. Looks like that army is heading to the Potomac River. So I'm going to send Stonewall Jackson down the Shenandoah Valley after that corps down there. And General Jackson, why don't you take the railroad, please? And General Stewart, why don't you follow along behind him, please? And we do have the light division under A.P. Hill moving to the west over here from Richmond as well, so they can head them off as well. Now, I am a little concerned about these 22,000 men here. We may have to use the Army of Northern Virginia and the Army of the Rappahannock if they decide to come on down into Northern Virginia. In the meantime, we are waiting on General Jackson to catch up with this renegade corps down here. Is there anything happening in Tennessee that I need to be aware of? Is there any movement over here? Still no movement there. Still no movement in Missouri. Has there been any amphibious engagements that I need to be aware of? The only other thing going on is they're bombarding this fort here, which I don't think there's really anything I can do about that at this moment. Okay, General Jackson, why are you not moving? Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why. Looks like they must be force marching. They're marching after hours. I'm a little concerned about what's going on down here. It looks like they're just shelling me from the ship, so I don't think they can do any lasting damage just by shelling me with the gunboats against that fort right there, which is a pretty powerful fort. General Jackson, why are you not moving? I know I told you to come down here and use the railroad, please, sir. Okay, we do have a project that is available. We've got civil order. I don't think I need that. I can do recruit agents, can do recruitment offices, trade warfare. Do I want to wait for anything better? What is the recruitment offices? This will give me more recruits. What does recruit agents do for me? They spy on the enemy and report their troop movements. I think I need recruitment more than I need agents, especially in Virginia. I'm still having problems with war support in the state of Virginia. Having a lot of problems with that. And I'm having problems with Jeb Stuart's readiness. His men are not happy. I need to look at him and see what's going on. Those guys, if anybody should be happy, I would think they would be happy. Well, these units have a lot of renown. Yeah, these units have a lot of renown, and they're just not really happy with their commanders. And I don't have any other commanders with the fame that matches the renown of these units. There's just nothing that I can really do about that right now. Mumford is the main one. Let me just look and see if there's anybody available. No, there's nobody that has the renown right now that would make those men happy. Deering is not, he doesn't have enough fame. Stevenson's about the same as Mumford. I don't have anybody that's going to make these men happy, so there's nothing I can do about it right now. We've got to chase these guys down. Now, what does the... Okay, he's finally moving. And it looks like they are coming back into Northern Virginia once again. Okay, we got to stop the army of Shenandoah. Go ahead and halt, please. We're going to need you back in Central Virginia, General Jackson. We're going to have to let A.P. Hill take care of this corps here, and we're going to have to bring over the Army of the Northwest as well. Army of the Northwest, please start coming to help. We'll have to bring over Garnett, and we're going to have to let Garnett and Hill take care of this little corps here. Meanwhile, we're going to have to deal with the threat coming down from Washington. We've got 22,000 men there, 12,000 men there. So they are beginning to make threatening overtures again in Northern Virginia. Yep, here they come. The only question is, which way are they going? Looks like they're coming straight toward the Rappahannock again. General Lee, let's move you. Let's move the Army of the Rappahannock right over here. We've got this fortress to stop them if they come this way. It looks like they're coming straight toward the Army of Northern Virginia. Let's bring General Jackson back into Central Virginia once again. Please take the railroad, General Jackson. I don't have... Okay, General Hill is at his destination. I don't have the units here to take these guys on. He's got about 30-something thousand men here. I don't have the forces. Okay, General Johnston, you're going to have to retreat. Retreat down that highway, General Johnston. Army of Rappahannock, you keep moving off to the west as well. If we can get him to come back toward the east and get tied up with this fort here, that would slow him down. Meanwhile, we're going to have to wait on Jackson to get back. Let's halt their movement. Let's halt them. We're going to have to let Stonewall come back into Virginia. I was not expecting them to come back at us so quickly. Let's get times moving again here. I lost track of that Federal Corps. I don't know where they went. Are they cutting across the forest, or I don't know where they are. I guess we can try to maybe do a Stonewall Jackson move and bring him over here and let him threaten Washington, D.C. That would be something that Stonewall Jackson would definitely do. General Jackson, why don't you come on over to Manassas and let's see if we can do that. Let's force march you, sir. Let's see if we can get them to back off. General Jeb Stuart, why don't you follow along behind him, please? Meanwhile, Garnett, where are you at? I need you to find this fan. There they are, right there. There they are. General Garnett, I need you to get down here and deal with this rogue corps that's behind my lines, sir. Okay, General Stonewall Jackson is looking like he's coming over here to cut off the line of supply to this major Union army here. Is there anything happening in the west that I need to be aware of? We're still working on that supply depot. Nothing else is happening, so. All right, it looks like... Have we finally... Oh, okay, this is going to be right here. Okay, so we are going to have a battle here at the Rappahannock River. But my problem is my armies that are in the immediate vicinity are still not up to par yet to take on this force. The Army of Northern Virginia Corps is still subpar. The Army of the Rappahannock is still subpar. It's going to take a while for me to get some units, and it's going to take a while for all of my reinforcements to come into the theater. So I'm going to probably have to try and maneuver and stay out of their way with the Army of the Rappahannock, because they're the closest ones to this force. So he's going to try to come after my Army of the Rappahannock and defeat them. The Army of Northern Virginia will be coming along within 8 hours. Then the Army of Shenandoah will be 12 hours away. So let's just see what happens. We're going to have to be very careful in this battle. Another Battle of Fredericksburg. And I just hope it gives me a good placement of the objectives. This is about the third or fourth time that they faked me out in the Shenandoah Valley, and caught me off balance. I keep going for that every time. I go for that Shenandoah Valley feint every time, and it catches me off guard, because what they do is they make me think they're going for the Shenandoah Valley. I move my main force into the Shenandoah Valley, and then they quickly come down the Potomac River at an incredibly fast amount of speed, and then move into Central Virginia. And it takes me a long time to get my main force back down there to deal with them, because I don't keep my strongest forces up in Central Virginia. I kind of keep them behind the Rappahannock River, and I usually send my strongest force toward the Shenandoah Valley. And then they shoot down the Potomac River, and they're next thing you know, they're behind me. Okay, this is supposed to be a meeting engagement. Looks like we do have the objective. We're going to have to hold on until our reinforcements arrive. Let's see. Now, we do have reinforcements coming from this way. We've got reinforcements coming from all corners of the map. The enemy is coming from up here, though. So we're just going to have to try and hold on till our reinforcements can come help us. All right, so it's going to be General Beauregard. Let's get him in single line here. Let me get him situated so I can see what he has. Why don't we go ahead and set up a parapet? We don't have much engineering points. Let's just set up a parapet. Just like that. Let's upgrade it. Oh, we did have enough to upgrade. Oh, that's awesome. And then let's give ourselves some breastworks like this. And just to be safe, we'll set up some to construct over here if we think we need them, just as a final resort if we have to. They're most likely going to follow this road and come at us this direction, or they may come at us through the forest, through this thin area of the forest. But now if they try to come through this wide open forest over here, they're going to have to cross this creek. That's going to be very tough on them. Then come through more marshy forests, So I doubt he's going to do that, but he may try to flank me around this road here. If he does, if the AI does do that, then I'm just going to have to remaneuver to face him. I'm going to give him that option. I'm not going to try to min-max against that. If the AI takes that option to try and flank me the long way around, which is what I would do probably, I'm going to just play it straight and try to make adjustments and deal with him if he does that. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to min-max against me, so to speak. All right, so let's get everybody in place here. So General Early, let's get your division up here. Who is your best division? We've got Buckner with the rifle muskets. Dockery's got Springfield muskets. Grimes has plains rifles. Not the best weapon options. Let's get Dockery here with his boys to start on those breastworks. Tappan can get started on breastworks as well. We're going to put Buckner on the parapets, and we're going to put Grimes over here, get him ready to get on the parapets too, but we're going to let him help with the breastworks for a little while, then we'll get him on the parapets. In the meantime, let's get our artillery on the parapets. And Wilcox, why don't you bring your headquarters a little closer? General Beauregard, bring your headquarters a little closer. General Lee, where are you at? Let's get you a little closer too, sir. Why don't you get over here as close as you can get, and then we'll bring you on in. And then all we've got to do is just try and get to work on our breastworks, and then wait for our reinforcements. So I'm going to go ahead and get the time ticking here. General Lee, why don't you come to this intersection there, sir, and set your headquarters up there. Grimes, get started on the breastworks. Dockery, get started on breastworks. And Tappan, get started on breastworks, please. Now, why are these guys nervous? They're nervous because they're outnumbered quite a bit here. So we really, really need our reinforcements to hurry up and get here. And can I see where the enemy is? How close are they, or how far away are they? They may be a lot closer than I am expecting here. I'm not seeing any dust clouds. And I don't really have any cavalry with this corps to go out and check and see where they are. My biggest fear is that they somehow manage to flank me around behind. That's always a possibility. Sometimes the AI really does fight a good battle. I kind of hope that they do. That would really be interesting if they do that. But I am just trying to get an idea how far away they are and where they're coming from. I hear them. They're in this area. Okay, it looks like they are in this area. So they're still a good ways off. We may be able to get our reinforcements before they're able to attack, if they hurry up and get here. And we've got guys coming in from all corners here. The Army of the Shenandoah should be coming in from this area here. We're going to have to get them across the river. In the meantime, General Early, why don't you try to rally your troops? They are very nervous. Let's get General Lee over here Let's get Wilcox over here as well. And let's get General Lee over here and try and calm these guys down. We've got some men that are very nervous. General Wilcox, why don't you do some rallying as well, sir? We've got a lot of rallying to do here. General Lee, you rally as well, please. Let's try to get these men calmed down. In the meantime, I'm going to speed up the clock while we wait for our reinforcements and while we build our defenses here. This army, this corps, I should say, is not in the greatest condition. It's one reason why the men are very unhappy. They had to withdraw a couple of episodes ago in the face of the enemy. Lost a lot of men. They were not happy about that at all. Everybody go long range, please. Just trying to keep an eye out for any dust clouds coming our direction. Looks like they're coming across the river here. So they're going to be probably coming in that intersection, and then they'll come down this way. They're still a good ways off from us, so we just need our reinforcements. We've still got a few hours before they reach us, so hopefully that will give our generals a chance to calm the men down, get their nerves calm. We'll get our breastworks built. Get all of our breastworks completed. We've got a very, very good parapet here. The parapet is in excellent condition with some tangles and stuff out in front of it. So really, really good deal with the parapet. And it's also kind of midday too, so we may actually be able to expand our parapet maybe out this direction if we get a good end of day situation. We'll just have to see about that. Still waiting on our reinforcements. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit more as the men work on the breastworks here. Okay, let's slow it down. Boy, they're coming in quick. Now, I think that's a cavalry unit that's coming. So let's go ahead and send out some skirmishers. Let's let our skirmishers just kind of hold them at bay while we're waiting on our reinforcements to get here. Okay, General Grimes, bring your men over here and get them on the parapets, please, sir. All right, and you boys get up to that fence line, please, and I will let our other skirmishers hide in the forest. Just try and keep them busy. Tappan is still working on breastworks, but he can send out skirmishers while he continues to work on those breastworks. So we're going to have our hands full trying to hold these guys off till our reinforcements get here. Because we are definitely outnumbered at the moment. The numbers will turn more into our favor whenever our reinforcements arrive. Okay, General Wilcox, why don't you back off the front line, please? General Early, why don't you back off the front line, please? General Beauregard, you back off the front line, please. Where's General Lee? General Lee is already back there. Okay. I think our men have calmed down enough now. We don't have to do the rallying. We're going to let our skirmishers attack this cavalry unit here. Looks like they're dismounting. They do have good weapons. We have to keep that in mind now. Cavalry units have very good weapons. The Federal cavalry do. They have those wonderful repeating rifles and very, very dangerous. So we're going to have to try and flank them as much as we can. Oh, we're already shaking them up by flanking him like that. Keep the pressure on them, boys. Keep the pressure on them. Okay, I'm going to have to let those guys start withdrawing. They don't have the greatest range on their weapons. Tappan, get your detachment up into the forest too, please, sir. Try and get our skirmishers into this thing as quickly as we can. What is wrong with... Oh, those are the guys that used to be conscripts. They do have some casualties. Falling back. It says they're falling back under fire, but no one is firing at them. Keep falling back, boys. Keep falling back. Looks like he is going to try to come at me head on here. So that's good news for us. Bad news for him, but he still does have overwhelming numbers right now. Dockery, I'm worried. Why don't you just bring your boys on back? I'm a little worried about them. Those are the guys that used to be conscripts. We just recently elevated them to regular troop status. But they are, compared to the other units, they are still relatively inexperienced. So I have to keep that in mind as I'm dealing with them. Okay. He got there. He's got full size, full strength brigade. A very good strength brigade. So he's coming at us with some good numbers here. This is going to be a challenge to try to hold out until our reinforcements arrive. This is going to be a real challenge. And our reinforcements are going to have to be quick because right now, this corps is very isolated. He's got more guys coming in. Very, very strong very strong brigades. Very strong brigades here. Attack them, please. Hit them in the flank. The only thing I've really got going for me right now is this parapet and my artillery. Tappan, get your skirmishers up here. We need your help, sir. We are inflicting casualties on them, but he's got a lot of units coming in. We really need our reinforcements right now. Come on, boys, help him. Hit him in the flank, boys. Hit him in the flank. So my skirmishers are... Oh, I'm going to have to bring them boys back. I don't want them breaking. Okay, bring your boys back. Bring them back. Huh. I don't know why Grimes is not firing at them. All he has is he's got those plains rifles. They've got good range, but they don't have a good firing rate. He is hitting them in the flank, though, so that's good news. Tap and send your skirmishers over to help. He's lost 200 men from that brigade. Yeah, it looks like he's coming straight on into my parapets here. Where are my reinforcements? I really need them. My earliest reinforcements should be coming in from this direction down here, so hopefully it won't take them long to get up here to help us. Hit those guys in the flank, please. Hit them in the flank. They got to be tired. They're fixing to get in range of my units that are on the parapets here. I tell you what, now he may try to come around me this way. I've got that creek right there. I tell you what, I may be vulnerable this direction. He may be trying to make some kind of cockamamie move like that. You never know. You never know. Okay. Grimes, just back up, please. I may have to let Buckner get somebody over here. Yeah, Buckner, send out some more skirmishers, and let's set your skirmishers up over here to kind of guard the right flank, if possible, in case he does try to come from that direction. It looks like he may try to come across this forest here. We're still working on those breastworks. Still working on those breastworks. He's lining these guys up in front of my parapets, which is not going to go well for them, I gotta say. Okay, Buckner, get your boys over here to the right. Get your skirmishers out of the way now. They're totally in the way right now. Buckner, get your skirmishers over here. Go. What is taking you so long? Get your boys out of the way. They're in the way right now. Yeah, he's trying to decide if he wants to march across this forest at me or if he wants to follow the road and come around and be forced to take on my parapets. Not a good choice to have to make, to say the least. Okay, he's coming straight at my parapets here. Looks like we're going to be able to do some canister shot. He's already lost 350 men. They're fixing to get caught up in the tangles right there. Okay, Buckner, why don't you go to medium range, where you'll be a little more accurate. Okay, yeah, we're getting some canister into those guys. They are not liking it at all. They are not liking that canister shot. This could not go any better for us right now. Him coming straight at my parapets like this is the worst possible thing that he can do, and the best possible thing for me. And he's doing the smart thing. He's attacking me as quickly as he can before my reinforcements gets here. So he's got the right idea in what he's trying to accomplish. He's just doing it the wrong way. He was making good time crossing country. What he should have done was take a little extra time to march around me, the backside, and come at me from behind. But he's coming directly at me, which is going to cost him dearly. But now my men could still get nervous and break now. But I think we've got the men calmed down now. I think they're going to do really well. Grimes, why don't you start doing a fighting withdrawal over here? Yeah, we're pouring canister shot into these guys. We may be able to get Buckner's skirmishers into a flanking maneuver here. I think he's about to give up on the frontal assault, and he may try to come through the forest now. All right, let me get you back to long range, please. Continue your fighting withdrawal. Tapping, why don't you angle yourself that direction, sir? Angle your men that way. All right, Grimes' unit is coming into the firing line now. This is just a death zone out here. Okay, Tapping, you're getting flanked. Pull your guys back, sir. He is trying to come through the forest there. Let's call your skirmishers back. Call your skirmishers back. Tapping, you call your skirmishers back as well. We're going to have to let the brigades fight it out now. Okay, he is fixing to try and do a charge with his cavalry. I see that coming. Grimes, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to disrupt that. You've got to disrupt that. Okay. He's fixing to do an all-or-nothing charge on that cavalry unit right there. He's probably going to get through. Now, I've seen the AI do this so many times, and they literally make it every time. It doesn't matter what they charge through. They always seem to make it. Let's see if we stop them here. Now, those skirmishers are in the way. See, they just ran right through those barricades as if they weren't even there. Now, he's probably going to... Yeah, we haven't even hurt him. He made it all the way through that without losing anybody. He's literally just charging my parapets as if they're not even there. Okay, Dockery, you're going to have to get over here and help. Oh, God, this is jumping around all over the place. Dockery, get over here and help. Tappan, you're going to have to take Dockery's place on that line. I need you to hurry up, please. Okay, we managed to break them. Okay. Halt your movement, please. Get back on the line there. Managed to stop that cavalry unit. Okay, Grimes, reorient yourself, sir. Wonderful job. Let me back that battery up. Let me get that battery out of there. Oh, they're already broken. Okay. Walker broke. Okay. Well, he did get charged by cavalry. But see, that is so annoying right there. That's something that did not ever happen in the Civil War. I mean, you are not going to charge light cavalry through barricades like this, entanglements, straight up into a direct assault on a parapet. That's just not something that could realistically happen. That is not realistic. And those kind of shenanigans right there kind of annoy me with this game. That is just not realistic at all. All right, I need these guys. You didn't really use... He's got 0 guns left, though. How do you have 0 guns left? I need you to be rallied. Okay, here he comes again with another assault straight into my parapets here with a infantry unit. Okay, why are you... Okay, I need you to at least fire mid-range, please. What are you firing? What are you doing? Okay, I need you to get in line, please. And where are my reinforcements? Grimes, orient yourself. Head on, sir. Okay, let's get our skirmishers over here to cause some problems from their flank. Okay, what's going on with Dockery? Dockery, what's your problem? Okay, I need Dockery to get back under control. Commander, get up there and rally him, please. Dockery, what are you doing? First of all, go long range, sir. Skirmishers, get over there and cause chaos and havoc, please. Dockery looks like he's got his men back under control. Now we've got problems with Tappan. Tappan, what is going on with you now? Tappan, get your men lined up correctly. Tappin, what are you doing? How have you lost 272 men? Tappin, I don't even know what's going on with him. Just get out of there. Why don't you have your men on the barricades? Oh my goodness. Tappin has lost 273 men, and I don't know how or why. Walker whipped. That's my artillery that was right there on that corner. Okay. We're really causing a lot of chaos with these skirmishers, though. But now my main threat is over here on this flank. Oh, doggone it. Tappin just broke. Great. That's just great. Okay. Dockery, you got to hold, my man. You have got to hold. I may have to bring Buckner over here. Buckner, break loose. Start heading this way. I need you on the left, Buckner. I don't know what happened to Tappin. Tappin completely fell apart on me. Hey, Howie, man. How you doing, buddy? Grimes, let's orient. Nope. Cancel. Grimes, let's orient. Cancel. Cancel. Don't know why I can't get him oriented correctly here. Let's orient you like that, sir. Yeah, they're trying to move to my left. If I can keep Dockery stable. And get Buckner over here quickly. Buckner, get over here as quickly as you can, please. And we've got our skirmishers over here. Skirmishers, keep moving up, please. We're going to win this with the Army of the Rappahannock here. This underpowered, low morale unit. Mainly because of some of the mistakes that they made, not because of any great thing that we did. There's just no really good alternative for him coming this direction. What he should have done was flanked around me using this mine road here and coming through Mrs. French Farms and the bowling place. He should have come up on me from this direction. He would have gotten me because my reinforcements have not arrived. My reinforcements are way overdue. And this little corps here is not... Okay, Buckner, why aren't you moving? Okay, he's just finally getting his guys moving here. Meanwhile, his men are getting disrupted trying to march through this forest out here. They are getting exhausted. Okay, Grimes is starting to look bad here. Grimes, I need you to hold it together, my man. Let's rally Grimes. Early, get over there. He's fixing to break. Hurry up. Get over there early. Why are you about to break, Grimes? You're doing so freaking good. You're doing wonderful. Let's go long range. You got to stay in there, Grimes. Stay in the fight. Early, get over there and help him. He's about to break. He's about to break on me. Grimes, don't break. You're the only thing I've got on my line right now. It's taking Buckner forever to get in position. I'm going to have to bring Buckner up here. Buckner, let's halt your movement. Let's halt your movement. Okay, Grimes has stabilized. Thank God. Okay, Buckner. Move forward a little bit more and then stop. Do you have any skirmishers available? He's already got his skirmishers deployed. Dockery, can you deploy? Oh, he can't deploy skirmishers. All right, we've got no choice. We got to get Buckner on that breastwork right there. Okay, Grimes has gotten it back together. He's actually about to break that brigade out there. Our skirmishers are really messing them up over here. Where are my reinforcements? If they arrived right now, it could very well be too late for us. Buckner, you got to hurry. You've got to hurry, Buckner. They're going to get there first. Okay. Dockery, can you cancel. Dockery. Cancel. Hold on, let me pause this. I don't know why this orientation mechanic is so... Orient yourself like that, please. Okay. Buckner's taking too long. Buckner. Keep moving. They're going to take those breastworks. These guys here just will not break. They've lost 750 men. Grimes has lost 300 men. I'm going to have to back Early off before he gets injured. Early, back off, please. General Early, get away from the front line. Yeah, they're definitely trying to flank me through the forest, and they very well may succeed. The tide of the battle is starting to swing his direction because my men are getting tired and their morale is starting to decrease. Meanwhile, he is getting some of his men back into the battle. So the battle is starting to swing his direction here, for sure. I seriously need my reinforcements. Who is this? Okay, we just lost Walker and his artillery brigade. Buckner, I need you to get in position. Please hurry. Okay, we broke those guys, but they will be back. Let's bring Buckner's skirmishers a little closer. Those guys are backing off for whatever reason. Not sure why, but that gives me an opportunity. If Buckner can get his men organized. They are backing off. But the battle is beginning. Yeah, the battle is still swinging their direction. Buckner, please get up to that fence, Buckner. Dockery, let's reorient you that direction, please. Looks like he's going to come straight at my skirmishers, which is fine with me. Let you guys do a fighting withdrawal over there. I would much rather him be out in front of my parapets than flanking me over here on the breastworks. I can't get Buckner through this forest, though. Nothing I do seems to get him through this forest quickly. He is just completely disorganized. Buckner, what are you doing? Buckner, just halt. 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 What is he doing? Why are you bringing your men back here? Just halt. His cohesion, he's starting to fall apart. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's flanking me. Buckner, I need you to just reorient yourself. Reorient yourself. Stay where you are and reorient yourself, sir. Dockery. No. That reorientation mechanic is so annoying. Dockery, just stay where you are. The battle's beginning to move his way here, real quickly. Very quickly beginning to move his direction. I need my reinforcements. We're starting to run low on ammunition. My reinforcements are nowhere to be found. Maybe we can get an end of day here. I don't know. That may be worse for us. Dockery, hold the line, sir. Dockery, I need you to orient that way. If it wasn't for Grimes, we would have already lost this battle. And if it wasn't for these skirmishers right here. Okay, boys, just back on out of there. Back on out of there, boys. Grimes, you're the only thing holding us together right now. I'm going to have to just start trying to back Buckner up and get him back up to the parapets. Buckner, just start a fighting withdrawal, please. I got to get him out of that forest. He cannot maneuver in that forest. You guys continue to withdraw away. Oh goodness, Grimes is falling apart now. Get up there and help Grimes. I need you rallying. I need everybody rallying. Wilcox is... General Lee, where are you? General Lee's working on these guys. He's working on Tappan's. Tappan, at least line up against those guys, please. Grimes is about to break on me. He's running low on ammunition. battle is swinging their direction. Hang in there, Grimes. Come on, hang in there. God, he's lost 500 men. Grimes, hang in there. He's about to break. If he can survive this little interaction with this unit here, it's going to be a miracle. My only hope now is that Buckner can somehow get up onto these parapets here and give him a break. But Buckner's having a hard time maneuvering in the forest. Sending him into the forest was an absolute mistake. Buckner, if you can get up to this parapet, please get to the parapet, sir. Please try to get to the parapet. I have not managed to get him anywhere that I want him to get yet. Tapping isn't helping us at all. Tapping, can you at least get your guys up here? General Beauregard, will you come up here as well? Where's General Lee at? General Lee, let's get you a little closer. They've gotten that unit back under control. Grimes isn't going to last much longer. Buckner, please hurry. He's not going to get there in time. They're doing another cavalry charge. I cannot get him to orient. I have to pause it every time to try to get Dockery oriented here. No. Dockery. Fine. Do it that way then. Grimes isn't going to last. I've got to get him out of there. Keep rallying. Keep rallying. Buckner, hurry up. If Buckner will hurry up, I'm going to back Grimes out. Dockery, what is your problem now? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Okay. Grimes, back out of there. He's fixing to break. If I can get him off that parapet and keep him from breaking, it'll be a miracle. I think Buckner is just going to make it. Buckner, I need you firing long range, please. What's going on with Dockery over here now? He's lost 600 and something men himself. They have those superior weapons with such long range. My guys, my units with these Springfield muskets just don't stand a chance. Okay, Dockery, can I lay you down? Just lay down. Lay down, Dockery. Ah! Grimes finally broke. Tapping. Tapping, just get up here, get to the... Get up here as quickly as you can, sir. What are the numbers? Let's look at the numbers. They've lost about twice the number we have, but they've got the numbers to lose. We don't. Okay. Yeah, the battle has just swung their direction here. We are being defeated currently, and my reinforcements are nowhere to be found. They are inside of our defensive perimeter. I can't get Buckner to orient himself correctly. They are winning the battle. I would have thought my reinforcements would have been here by now. He is taking horrendous losses, but we're taking losses too. It's losses that we cannot afford. How are you low on ammunition? You just started firing. You haven't even been on the line that long, and you're already low on ammunition? You got to be kidding me. Okay, you boys just keep backing around. Hold them at bay, please. We're just trying to buy time till somebody can get here to help us. Okay, Buckner, you're doing a good job. He's not going to last much longer either, though. Man, those units have lost a lot of men. He's being flanked over here from these guys. That's almost a full-strength brigade right there. We're going to have to turn. We're going to have to turn and reorient ourselves. Can you orient yourself like that, please? Who is this? Grimes is withdrawn. Dang it. That hurts. Tappan, can you send out some skirmishers? Yes, send out skirmishers to help, please. Try to help us somehow. What's he got there? He's got Buckner, advance with your skirmishers, please. That unit back there is ineffective. Buckner ain't going to last long here. Early, I need you to do some rallying, sir. Wilcox, I need you to do some rallying. These guys have lost 850 men, and they're still fighting strong. Man, this is a slugfest right here. Major slugfest. The one good thing about him doing all this maneuvering is he is exhausting his men, but my men are losing morale. Buckner's losing men. He's lost almost 700 men. That's catastrophic for the Confederate Army. Just absolutely catastrophic numbers for the Confederate Army. We can't lose numbers like that. Okay, I'm going to have to pause it to try and reorient him. Seems like I can only do that with the game. Nope, no, that's not right. Orient yourself like this, please. Okay. Skirmishers, get in there and help. Maybe our artillery batteries can help as well. Buckner's not going to last much longer. He's almost lost 800 men. No. All right, pause. I'm having an issue with the no. Still not right. I can't get the orientation thing to work. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Orient yourself like that. Is anybody going to come back to me here? Dockery is lost forever, I'm afraid. Tappan doesn't have the range. The only one that's got the range to fight these guys is Buckner, and he's about to break on me. Okay, the battle has swung back in their direction again, and I still don't have any reinforcements. They've lost 1,000 men in their 2nd Brigade, 3rd Corps, and they're still coming. They are still coming. The battle is just swinging back and forth. I think the only thing keeping me in the battle right now is my artillery. Is he doing a charge? Is he fixing to try to charge me here? He's got this brigade. That's a pretty strong brigade, too. They're fixing to try and charge through. This is going to be interesting right here. Okay. Tappan, can you orient yourself to help with this charge right there? He is charging through the obstructions, trying to get through. He's trying to charge Buckner here. Buckner's lost 800 men. This may very well work. If they can get through those obstructions and get to Buckner, they may break him. Dockery, can you get back? Can you get back to the line, Dockery? Dockery, let's try and get you up here. He's coming at my right over here. Tappan, you're going to have to orient that direction and protect from the right. We're just fighting them off left and right here, but we are losing we're just losing men like crazy. But the battle is starting to swing back our direction miraculously. I don't know how, but I really need. But Roser, you got to stop this brigade here. It's up to this artillery to stop this brigade. You're going to have to give him the canister, Bozer. Give him the canister, sir. Give him the canister. Bozer, it's up to you. You got to stop him. Give him the canister. I don't have a canister option for these guys, but you got to give him the canister. They're using their superior range over here. God, those guys are going to be unstoppable. If I send Tappan out after them, it's going to be suicide. Tappan, can you send skirmishers? That's all I can do right now. The skirmishers are going to have to do it. Skirmishers, attack them. I don't know how Buckner's still in it, but he's still fighting. He's still in it by some miracle. He's still fighting over here. He's got a powerful brigade coming to the left. Roser's losing men from his battery. Roser's about to break. I got to back him off. Roser, back on out of there. While the skirmishers give you cover. By some miracle, we're still in this. I don't know how Buckner has managed to hold his men together, but he is doing a magnificent job after having done so bad earlier. He has not broken, and they've lost 1,200 men in that division. How are they even still fighting? I don't understand it. Dockery is on the line. Buckner, Dockery is now getting up onto the line. Oh, he's charging my battery. Dockery, you got to stop him. He's trying to charge my battery right there with that cavalry unit. He's going to make it. Most likely he's going to make it. He's going to make it. He charged right through the obstructions with that cavalry unit, right into canister fire. Buckner just broke. See, I really don't agree with that right there. There's absolutely no way he should have been able to charge that cavalry through all of these obstructions like that and charge my battery the way that he just did. Into a parapet, no less. Okay, we just gotten end of day. Am I going to get any reinforcements? Do I get any of my reinforcements, please? Okay, I do have some of my reinforcements are now on the field. Ooh, I've got everybody now. Everybody's now on the field, but they're not here. But that's fine. That's fine. Who is this down here? This is A.P. Hill and his boys. A.P. Hill, let's go ahead and line you up here at Miss French's farm, and let's bring you up the road as quickly as we can. You're my closest reinforcements. Who is this we have over here? That is Whiteman and General Johnston. General Johnston, what road do we want to bring you up? Let's bring you up this road right here. Let's bring your boys up that road. Whiteman, let's bring you up this road right there. Who are the rest of these guys over here? Who is this? That's Walker with his artillery. Everybody's here now. Johnson, let's get you there. So there is General Johnson's Army of Northern Virginia. They have very low morale also. We got to bear that in mind. I'm going to back off General Beauregard, whatever he's got left. We're going to have to back him off. He's gotten completely overrun here. Or do we want to try and keep him in position? Buckner, I don't see how we can. General Beauregard, let's get you in the clear here. I'm going to back you up to this area over here. Let's get Wilcox on the main road, and we'll get Tappan. Oh, whoops. Let's get them on the road. And Tappan, let's get your boys like that. General Lee, why don't you stay with General Beauregard, sir? I'm going to have to cede the objective to them right now, but we've got a lot of forces coming in to the battle now. General Stonewall Jackson's forces are coming in. So let's get Wheeler. Can we get Wheeler across the river? Let's get Wheeler across the river. Let him come in first. General Ewell, you cross the river behind Wheeler. General Smith, you bring your boys across the river over here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get him across the river at Fredericksburg. So we'll bring his boys over there, across the river over there. Everybody else is just going to have to cross the river when they can. That's all we can do right now. Gladden, let's get you all across the river. Everybody else is just going to have to come on when they can. We're going to have to let him have the objective right now as our reinforcements come into the battle. Okay, I'm going to pause it real quick and start issuing orders. General Hill, bring your boys up to the Boland's farm. General Johnston, bring your cavalry forward, sir. About to right there. General Waitman, start bringing your division up also into that general area. Yep, that area right there. And we're going to start bringing the Army of the Shenandoah forward. First, we're going to come with Wheeler's division. General Wheeler, how do we want you to come in? Let's bring you in directly. Let's just bring you in straight through Fredericksburg, sir. You come straight through Fredericksburg and try to get to the Telegraph Road if you can. General Smith, you come down along this side of the river, and we're going to try and get you across the river. And General Ewell, let's just focus on getting you across the river right now. Let's just get General Ewell. Let's just get General Ewell across the river. And Gladden, let's get your cavalry moving as well. Okay. Everybody's got some orders, some rudimentary orders. Let's get everybody moving. They're probably going to be trying to seize the objective now. It's going to take a minute for everybody to get their orders from their commanders. Who do we have over here? That's Baldwin. Baldwin, why don't you come on in toward Fredericksburg as well, sir? I think we've got enough men on the field to win the battle now. We've just got to race against time because we do have a time limit before our morale will begin to fall. And I'm just going to let General Beauregard's Army of the Rappahannock take a break right now. They've been beaten pretty bad. I'm going to let them take a break and just kind of try to hold the high ground right here. I don't even want them to move. Just stay where you are. General Hill is coming. We've got reinforcements coming from every direction, and they're starting to get their orders, and they are starting to move. Walker, I'm going to let you bring your artillery. I'm going to actually let you bring your artillery over here and join up with General A.P. Hill. And we're going to come in from the direction of Mrs. French's farm with the artillery. Okay, we've got the Army of the Shenandoah is now moving as well. Wheeler has got his division moving. He's going to be my main force, I believe. I'm going to use him to try and win this battle if we possibly can. I mean, we were holding on by the skin of our teeth. We just barely made it to the end of day. Barely made it. They were just about to overwhelm us over here. That poor little farmhouse has seemed better. Look at this death and destruction here. Man, that was a very hard-fought battle. That was really something right there. Has Hill started moving yet? He has not gotten his orders yet. He has not started moving his boys yet, but I need him to start moving. Okay, they are beginning to move in onto the objective now. And unfortunately for us, they now have a great little parapet to use in their defense. But his army is not in good shape at all. We gave him a pretty good bloody nose, but the Army of the Rappahannock got severely injured as well. Let's look at his numbers here. He's got about 4,000 casualties in the Army of the Rappahannock, so I got to let them take a break here. We're going to let them take a much-needed break. Okay, here comes A.P. Hill with his units. Johnson, bring your cavalry. Bring your cavalry over to this area here, sir, please. Actually, belay that order. General Johnson, belay that order. Halt. I think I may bring him through the forest this direction because we've got the Army of Shenandoah coming from this way over here. And everybody is moving. Ewell is getting his forces across the river. Wheeler is bringing his boys through Fredericksburg right now. It looks like they're just kind of jamming up there, trying to get ready for our attack. His army is in terrible condition here. I think they're about to withdraw. They see what's coming. I think they're fixing to... who was that right there? Oh, that's some of my skirmishers. I don't know what they're doing, but let's bring your... Yeah, they're retreating. They're retreating. Bring your skirmishers back, please. Do I have anybody in place that can chase them down and inflict some more damage on them? Let's try and get some cavalry charges in on these guys while we can before the time is up. Let's see if our cavalry boys can catch up with them and do some damage to them. Tillman, get on up there and try to catch somebody. You get up there and try to catch somebody. Frost, get somebody, please. Tillman, you get somebody. Whiteman, you get someone. Moulton, why did you charge across the... Oh, what did I just hit? Not sure. Gladden, can you get someone? They're coming your direction, Gladden. See if you can take someone out. Let me slow this down while I try and do some damage with my cavalry units here. Just stay on top of them, Gladden. Try to inflict some casualties on them, sir. Especially those brigades that have not taken a whole lot of damage. Well, they are retreating fast. Catch up with them, Gladden. Come on, hurry up. Who's that? Just everybody find somebody to attack. Gladden is very tired, though. Gladden, keep using that saber, buddy. He's exhausted. He's lost up to almost 8,000 men. I would love to inflict more casualties on him, but my cavalry units are getting really tired, so I'm just going to have to let them go. I don't have enough to continue chasing after them. Okay, so he lost up to 9,000. We lost 4,000. So it was kind of a 2-to-1. I guess we're just going to have to live with that. Oh, you couldn't hear me there, Tom? Well, glad you got that figured out. I did have an issue a couple episodes back where my mic was defective and it didn't have any audio, and I did not even realize that till after I had already uploaded to YouTube. So I try to look at my Twitch studio every now and then, make sure that I do have some audio coming through. Lieutenant Lee is famous, but we did have Dockery as got defamed. Well, I hate that because Dockery was actually doing really well in that battle. But and I had actually just gave him a promotion too. Recently given him a promotion. So, well, I hate it when they get defamed like that, especially after they did everything that they could. Oh yeah, man, this is my favorite game right now. I love Napoleonic type warfare and the way that this game handles the terrain and the way that you have to use logistics in moving and maneuvering your men. And you have to take all that into consideration. It's the most true to form, realistic type thing game that I've ever seen, and I just love it. Okay, so we're back. Let me drop a save real quick in case there are some shenanigans. All right, so our Army of the Rappahannock Corps really took a beating in that battle while they were waiting for their reinforcements. But we did manage to win the battle. We've still got this little rogue Federal Corps down here that we're trying to chase down. He's been running back and forth trying to evade us along the Shenandoah Valley and in central Virginia. But we've got the Light Division under A.P. Hill kind of closing in on him here from his east. And we've got General Garnett coming in with the Army of the Northwest closing in on him as well. Before I get time ticking here, let me make sure that there's nothing that I've missed in Kentucky. It looks like our corps here in central Tennessee are starting to get their readiness back into a reasonable condition. Now, where is General Longstreet? We've given General Longstreet command of these guys. Where is he? Where are you at, General Longstreet? There he is. All the way over here. We need to get him into Tennessee, where he will take command of the Central Army in the Tennessee area. And we may see what we can do with these guys now that General Longstreet is in command. He's got the largest army that we have in the Confederacy. They have not fared very well in Kentucky, though. We've been run out of Kentucky 4 times already with some various fiascos. So I don't know if I'm brave enough to move into Kentucky again. But here's the thing. We have got so many Kentucky exiles in Tennessee. We've got so many volunteers in the Army of Tennessee from Kentucky, and they are all clamoring that we move back into Kentucky and try to liberate Kentucky from federal control. So that's something that we're probably going to have to act on. And we're also still keeping an eye on what's going on over here in southern Missouri as well. So I'm going to get the time moving here as we try to chase these guys down. It looks like they are routing. Yeah, he's fixing to try and withdraw away from us here. Maybe we can catch him. Maybe Garnett can catch him here. Now, I have seen shenanigans whenever they rout and withdraw that they're able to just move right through my unit. See, I should be battling this guy right now. I don't see. We should have. Okay, he's withdrawing. Okay, let me just halt Garnett's movement orders. I guess Garnett's got. Where did he go? Okay, see, he's going right through my. He's going right through my brigade right now. He's literally sitting on the same real estate as my brigade. And we can't do anything about it. Garnett, just stay on him. Just chase after him. I don't understand how that happens. All right, the Army of the Rappahannock is in bad shape here. Most of our forces are in the Army of the Shenandoah. Which I've got camped out in the Manassas area here. I'm having a hard time getting the readiness up for these other corps that are in the Grand Army of the Confederacy here. Stewart is at his destination. All right, Stewart, his corps is not doing great either. I'm going to bring them down here and try and get them some supply. Our supply depots have been destroyed. General Johnson, start trying to build yourself another depot, please. Why are these guys not retreating? Okay, Army of the Rappahannock, get over here near this supply depot, please. Boy, his readiness is gone. He was just really mauled in that battle. I'm going to have to try to up his supply here. And I'm having a hard time getting supply to the Corps of the Army of Northern Virginia. Every time I just about get them a supply depot, the Federals come down with some overwhelming force and end up destroying the supply depot. Now, he's just going to march those guys right past my Army of the Shenandoah right here. Okay, can you try to catch them, please? Don't let them get away. Catch them, sir. Let's force march if you have to. Okay, Garnett's coming back up to Beverly. I guess he's still chasing those guys, I suppose. This army of the James is just maneuvering around the army of Shenandoah, and we don't seem to care. I can't get them to move. I don't know why we're not engaging them in battle right now, because are they... I guess they're routing and retreating, and that's why we can't engage them. I suppose that's the case. Okay, then. Okay, there's a supply depot there that's still under construction. So let's get the Army, the Corps of Northern Virginia, up to that supply depot, and let's get that supply depot built. Meanwhile, the Army of Rappahannock has got some supply right here. Okay, now who was it that got defamed? We've got to deal with them. I think they were in the Army of Rappahannock. Was that Dockery? Is that who? Yeah, it was Dockery. He is... Yep, he is defamed. I'm going to have to replace him. That is a... Let's see, they're relatively inexperienced, but they do... they do have 1 star of fame here. So let's try and give them somebody that matches. Who do we have here? We've got Pendleton. Yeah, let's go ahead and assign Pendleton to that brigade. They should be happy with him. Do I have anybody else that has been defamed that I missed? Let me come down through here and make sure that nobody has been defamed. I believe that he was the only one that I had to worry about. Boy, Magruder's looking good. Davidson's looking good. He's got, yeah, he matches up with his boys. We've got Munford with Riders of the Storm. Riders of the Storm. Then we've got Jenkins Regiment. We've got Ledbetter. Have any of these guys been defamed? I don't think anybody else has been defamed. What about Lee? How is he doing? I don't know why his fame is not going up, especially after everything else is going up but his fame, and I don't understand that. Johnston's army, how is Hill doing? Anybody defamed in him? Don't think we have anybody else that's defamed. Barton's looking awfully good. Let me look at my commanders, go through all of my corps commanders and make sure everybody's in good shape there. Okay. Let's keep the clock a-ticking here. Looks like they're pulling out. They are withdrawing. Right now, I've got pretty much everybody that's capable of fighting in the Army of the Shenandoah under General Stonewall Jackson. His readiness is still in the green, but I need to get him to some supply. I'm going to bring him down to Culpeper for no other reason than I need to maybe pick up. Hopefully, we maybe can get some supplies there. I may have to get him back. I may have to transfer some of these divisions out of his force and just to try and get his supply back up and his readiness. Embedded reporters help. They help with fame. Is that what they help with? TC? They boost fame. Now I have I built some newspapers? That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. And we can do that with the perks, right? Let me see here. I'll have to do that definitely with the... Okay, let's do that right now because I can give him a perk. So let me pause this real quick so I can focus on this. Let's see if we can find the embedded reporters because I really want to get his fame up here. It'll be the last one I look at, I'm sure. Yeah, there they are right there. Let's get him some embedded reporters because more than anything else, we've got to get General Lee's fame up. I mean, that's just, there's no, I can't believe that. Yeah, I think that'll help him there. Let's see if that doesn't help. Is there anybody else that has any perks available? Doesn't look like it. Let me look out on the strategic map. Sometimes they're more visible there. Let me double dog, make sure I'm missing any opportunity. Okay. All right, so they're pulling out. I want to get Jackson's readiness back up here. General Hill, I've been using him to guard Richmond in case they try some crazy amphibious move up the James River, which I have seen them do before. I think I may bring him back down toward Richmond here. Let's bring him back down to Richmond. I'm concerned about my Army of the Rappahannock, though. I've got him next to a supply depot. I've got General Lee right there with him. Johnson's made it to his destination. Let's see if General Jackson can get his readiness back up here in the Culpeper area. We've run them off pretty good that time. I think maybe it might be a while before they try anything. I want the Army of Northern Virginia, I want their readiness to improve. And I've got a problem here with unhappiness, but I just don't have quality generals for the level of these officers. The Army of Northern Virginia, we have got units, we have got brigades that are elite units, but I don't have any commanders. Let me see if I've got somebody. See, Corse just has 1 star of fame. There's no way that these men in this unit are going to be satisfied with him. I've got to find, do I have anybody else? He has, Vallejo is terrible. Whiting is terrible. I've got to do something about these guys. They are not happy with their commanders, and I have nobody that I can bring up that they'll be satisfied with. Stevenson doesn't look bad. I'm going to promote him up to Lieutenant Colonel, and maybe he'll be something better down the road. Let's look at some of our other colonels and captains that we have available. Is there anybody with any fame? I have nobody that is good enough for these men. Nelson needs a promotion. Branch deserves a promotion. Let me go through my captains real quick and see. Coleman deserves a promotion. Terry definitely deserves a promotion. So does Ashby. Lily looks really good. I just need to start getting some of these guys up through the ranks, and eventually, hopefully, we can find somebody famous enough to make some of these soldiers happy. HF Lee looks good. Let's give him a promotion. Promote him up to major. Let's promote Chew up to major. I think that's probably. Let's promote Latimer up to captain, and Paxton up to captain. I don't have any quality men to put in command right now, so the guys are just going to be unhappy for the time being, and that's really affecting how quickly I'm able to get my readiness up for some of these larger corps. I don't want to transfer divisions into these corps until we can get them ship-shape. So right now, the only corps that I have that's mobile and able to really do anything effective is General Jackson's Army of the Shenandoah. So fortunately, right now, we've got a little peace dividend we can take advantage of. Has Longstreet made it into Tennessee yet? He is on his way to take over the Tennessee Army. And we've just about got our supply depot. I'm going to bring up McCullough's Western Army to join the Missouri State Guard over here. They'll have a supply depot there, and we're going to slowly start moving our way into Missouri. See if we can have a little more luck, better luck in Missouri than we had here in Kentucky. We've had some pretty bad luck in Kentucky. And I think maybe Longstreet will be able to change that. I am going to go ahead and let Barnett come on into town here just a little bit more, and I'm going to have him construct a fort in this area around Beverly, because I may end up having to bring him this direction and help in central Virginia. Let's see, the last campaign I was playing as the Union, and Custer became my most famous and best commander in the campaign. I seriously thought of giving him a corps. What could possibly go wrong with that? Well, he could get surrounded and get wiped out. Which I can't say anything because I sent A.P. Hill up here into Kentucky. I had given him command of my Tenouke Corps, and I marched him clean up into eastern Kentucky. Nobody was around him, and the next thing you knew, I had somehow marched him all the way to Louisville and let him get surrounded, and he ended up just getting overwhelmed, and I had to withdraw his army and just split everybody up and just sneak them out of Kentucky as best as I could. So I've had a few. I can kind of relate to General Custer. I can definitely relate. All right, so we've got. I'm just trying to get everybody in Virginia back up to a decent readiness status here. The Army of the Rappahannock's in the worst condition. The Army of Northern Virginia is in bad shape, and General Stewart's cavalry is in pretty bad shape. I'm just trying to keep them all close to a supply depot. So the only thing that I've got holding everybody at bay right now is the Army of Shenandoah. But fortunately, let me see if the Hazzard County Volunteers have made it back from furlough. Yes, the Hazzard County Volunteers, the good old boys under the command of Lucas Beauregard Duke, are back in Virginia, and they are back in action. He's gotten his brigade back up to full strength, still using the Mississippi rifles, long-range rifles. They have gained 2 stars of fame as a brigade. They are one of the most famous not one of the most famous, but they are a fairly well-known brigade in the Confederate Army. Of course, they're most famous back in their home state of Kentucky. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Lucas here. He's got a lot of levels toward cunning, 2 levels of fame. Very well known back in his home state of Georgia. Of course, he's a local hero in Hazzard County, Georgia. And so we're glad to have him back into General Jackson's army. He is in Smith's division here. And glad to have them boys back. So do we need... So they should be involved in the next battle that we've got going on in Virginia. So that'll be interesting to see. I really need to get that supply depot finished right there. Okay, General McCullough has come into southern Missouri. We've just about got the supply depot done here. General Price has got 22,000 men. McCullough has got 21,000 men. I'm going to start inching General Price a little bit further up this road. I'm going to let McCullough finish the supply depot. General Hampton, why don't you come on up here also, sir, and join that army. Longstreet still has not made it in. Here he comes right here. He's bringing his headquarters up into Tennessee, and we will see if he wants to have any adventures up in Kentucky. I think we've learned our lesson not to come straight at them here in Hopkinsville. They've already repulsed us about 3 times from Hopkinsville. So I think General Longstreet, sticking to kind of his way of doing things, he does not like to attack head on. General Longstreet likes to move into an area, a battlefield of his choosing, and then try and force the enemy to come and attack him. So I think we may try and use that sort of strategy with General Longstreet. We may come on up from Nashville and maybe move into the Bowling Green area and try and force the Federals to attack us while we take a defensive posture. That seems a little more like something that Longstreet would want to do. Construction completed on the Carrollton Depot. Is that the one that we were waiting for here? No, that's going to be the one over in Missouri. Okay, we really need this supply depot to get finished here. Okay, General Jackson's readiness is starting to come up. Still not looking good with the Army of the Rappahannock, though. All right, let's check on, before I do anything else, let's check on this little siege that we've got going on down here. Are they still yeah, they are still shelling our fort. I don't know if they're going to, what they're going to be able to do there, if that's going to work for them or not. We seem to be winning that battle, I think. So I'm going to just let the fort continue to do what it's doing. I don't think we have any unpleasant surprises down here. There's nothing going on in the New Orleans area or the Mississippi River area. So I think we're relatively safe in that regard. We've got a supply depot here. Let's go ahead and crank that up. Okay, we've got about 40,000 men in this army. What does he have? He's got 40,000 right there in that one corps. So he actually outnumbers us by quite a bit. He's got double our numbers over here. So I don't know. Let's see if we can do some recruiting. I know we've got a lot of Missouri recruits here. Haven't looked at this army in a while. Had a reason to look at this army in a while. May want to go ahead and give Price another division here. Who does he have? Does he have a commander that's worthy of a division? These guys have not been tested. They haven't been in any battles, any really big battles. I do want to give him another division, though. It's going to give him Stevenson. That will be fine. Let's give him we'll give him Clark. And we'll give him Pryor. And let's let him go ahead and see if we've got some recruits from Missouri that he can get here. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some volunteers from Missouri that we need to take advantage of. These look like Missouri boys to me. Getting some volunteers. We'll recruit them, and let's see what kind of weapons we can give them here. Now, I've been nerfing myself on the captured federal advanced weapons. I have not been allowing myself to use them. I've been limiting myself to the Confederate and legacy weapons. I only give a brigade any of the advanced weapons whenever they have really, really distinguished themselves in a battle, or in retaliation to the AI for doing some AI shenanigans, cheats on me. So I'm not going to give them any of the captured federal weapons. I will give them some Springfield rifle muskets, which reminds me, let me go through the rest of these guys and see what kind of weapons they have. Reboard muskets. Let's give you guys some better weapons. Give you some Springfield rifle muskets. Field, Plains rifle, Springfield rifle, Plains rifle, reboard muskets. All right, let's see if Raines can get another recruit as well. We've got plenty of Missouri recruits. So let's take advantage of that. I want to get all of our Missouri boys in the fight. There they are. Missouri, let's recruit them. And let's give them the Springfield rifle muskets. Okay? Okay, he'll be getting them in 11 days. Now for McCullough, 12 pounder, 24 pounder. Burnside carbines, Frank Wesson carbides. Burnside carbides, okay. For McCullough, let's give McCullough another division as well. He's going to get Coleman. Coleman will be fine. Let's see. Those are Missouri boys. Missouri boys. We'll let Coleman take the Native Americans. We'll let Coleman's division be primarily of the Native American division. Let's give them a name. We'll call them the, what do we want to call them? Let's see. What's a good Native American Indian? Let's see. The Fighting Braves. The Fighting Braves. That's fine for now until we come up with something better. And let's get him another brigade here. Hopefully, let's see if we can get him some more Native Americans. Let's see. or somebody from the west. We've got Indian Territory. We can get him one small brigade of volunteers. Yeah, we can get him a small brigade of volunteers. These are going to be volunteers so they don't get the red trousers. Let's give them the soldier trousers. And we will give them the... Do we have the planes? Yeah, we'll give them, since they're from the west, we will bring them in with the planes rifles. Okay. And Van Dorn, he's got all of these Missouri boys with him. Let's call this division the Missouri Vengeance Division. And then, of course, Price, all of his soldiers are Missouri boys that he's got coming. Okay? So that'll kind of beef up Hampton's army. That'll get him on up to some pretty good numbers. At least numbers where he will be, he can compete with the Union forces here. It looks like they may be coming down with that force right there. I'm going to go into a defensive stance with these guys. Let's see. Yeah, defensive stance. Defensive stance. Let's do a defensive stance all the way around and see if we can cause some trouble up there. Confederacy issues bonds. Is there anything else going on in Virginia? We're still waiting on that supply depot. Still just trying to get everybody's readiness up to a reasonable level where I can spread these divisions out among the various corps here. And I said I wanted to get you started on a fort. So let's do that now. I think that's a pretty good position for a fort there. That way we can put a pretty good sized garrison in this fort, and that's going to free up Garnett's 20,000 men to be used somewhere else. There's other places I can definitely use 20,000 men. Well, I'm just excited that the Hazzard County Volunteers are back from furlough. They have been enjoying some of Aunt Daisy's iced tea mixed in with some moonshine, so they are ready to fight. They've been fighting in some steady battles for about a year and a half to 2 years straight there. So they went on a much needed furlough and they are now back. So we will have them involved in our next action. All right, well, it looks like we've kind of hit a lull here. We've beaten off the Federals. They're back licking their wounds. We're currently licking our wounds in Central Virginia ourselves. I don't want to do anything. I really can't do anything right now because I'm waiting on these corps. I've got about 3 corps here that I'm trying to get up to recovered. And I'm still waiting on General Longstreet to arrive in Central Tennessee and get this army here under control. We may want to visit each one of these corps and come up with another Kentucky plan. We got to come up with a good Kentucky plan. But I think General Longstreet is going to be up to the job. And we've got our army in southwestern Virginia set on a defensive stance right now. So we're not really going to do anything with them. So I think this is probably a good place to go ahead and end this episode. TC, this is I think this is going to be episode number 18 for this series of the Hazzard County Volunteers. Now you can go visit my YouTube page on YouTube, which is Mechawatt on YouTube. And you can follow this series all the way from the beginning. Check that out. It's been a lot of fun. Ooh, Mexico City has fallen. I'm going to pause this real quick. It's been a lot of fun and following the adventures of Lucas Beauregard Duke and his brigade of the Hazzard County, Georgia Volunteers during the Civil War. We're up to June 16, 1863. So please go visit my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and catch and just start at episode 1 and follow the adventures. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here and get this uploaded to YouTube. Everybody, I appreciate it. Have a good day. I'll talk to you next time.